2, 3, 2, 1. And welcome back, everybody. Josh Roquette, Chris Hall right next to me here. It's xable.com's coverage of quad rugby, sponsored by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Highmark, its 31st Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by Paralyzed Veterans of America and the Department of Veterans Affairs. Chris, 18-18 here at the half. What does each team need to do here? Some keys of the game for the second half.
It's going to be a struggle. We've still got some guys who haven't seen court time yet. Lonnie Burnett has not seen any court time for the black team. It's going to be tough to get his 8 minutes in the half. So that might be a liability for the black team. Yellow really needs to take advantage of when Lonnie's out there, and Scott and Tim are not. Tim Vixay's been a huge part of Black's offense and defense. For Black to win this game, they really got to keep Tim out there, keep those picks coming, and keep his defense out there. For Yellow to win this game, they've just got to not make the big mistakes. They've got to calm down, make smart passes, use Ryan and number 13's experience to their advantage in the second quarter to really calm these guys down and not get too excited about the crazy pass.
Who's a player for each team that you think needs to have a big second half if they want their team to win, or a player that really needs to step up?
Ryan Lindstrom's got to have a big half for Yellow, and for Black, again, it's Tim Vixay. It looks like he's doing some inbounding. He's doing solid picks on defense, solid lead blocks on offense, and he's great. So those two players really have to step up.
They have a great 1-2 punch, does Black, with Severn and with Vixay as well. But like you said, that number as far as that 8-minute mark might come back to haunt the black team.
Without putting Lonnie Burnett in. Yeah, he's got the whole 8 minutes in the second half. And he's only got 16 minutes to get it done in.
8-minute quarters here. We're in the third quarter. Things getting ready to kick off and get underway here in the second half. We'll get you starters for you as soon as I see them come out.
Looks like we're ready to go.
It will be Lindstrom, Gillickson, Richardson, yes, there it is.
And who's our fourth man?
We'll have to see. I believe it might be number 2 down there in the corner.
Number 2 is, have we seen Michael Martin at all?
I don't recall.
I don't think we have.
Mike Martin will start the second half.
8 minutes too.
And you'll see Alonzo Burnett to start things off here in this second half. Severn's going to take a seat here, so this is going to be an interesting little bit start to the second half.
With Lindstrom out there against Paul Mann, Lonnie Burnett, and Tim Jones, Lindstrom is going to take over right here.
That's going to put a lot of onus on Vixay, really. You might see those two go after each other.
Earl Richardson is going to be on Vixay, I guarantee it. Earl Richardson is going to be, that's his man. He's going to take him out, and Lindstrom is going to take over right here.
You called it. Lindstrom needs to have a big second half, and it looks like they're going to give him the opportunity too.
Yep. Lonnie's got the inbound here to start the half. Looks like Paul Mann is setting up down low to try and get the inbound, and they might do a give and go with Lonnie, but it looks like they're going to try and have to get it over top to Tim Jones. Loose ball off of Tim Jones, off of Tim Vixay's chair. Yellow ball, turnover to start the second half.
And it looked like Martin had the assignment of getting Vixay there early on. We'll have to see if that will continue. Oh, wow, great job.
Going to chase this down, though. No problem.
Yeah, Lindstrom did do that. It was a good job, though, by Burnett at first to really impede that progress from Lindstrom, but Lindstrom just too fast.
It does look like Michael, they're going to put Michael on Vixay. He's chasing him down.
The gritty veteran there.
The gritty British veteran against a young Portland pounder. The ball is into Tim Jones, and he is just smothered. He's got nowhere to go. He's got no outlet pass. Paul Mann is way away from him. Lonnie Burnett's across half court, and he can't pass over his head like that.
You could see.
He's telling him, don't run away from me. Come take the ball. If they're going to triple me, you guys have got to be able to run the ball.
How long would you presume to see Scott Severin on the bench?
I don't see any more than 2 minutes. But I think he's on the bench because we've got to get Paul and Lonnie time.
I think he's calling for a substitution.
That might be the only legal line. Up here comes Severin. He might be taking Tim Jones out. I think Tim has got his time. And Scott's a little stronger player, so he might be able to play better with Lonnie and Paul.
And that didn't take too long at all, about 13 seconds.
Because Tim, oh, look, yeah. And they can't have Scott inbound here. Because, yeah, there we go with Lonnie Burnett on the inbound. Now Tim Vixay, Scott Severin back together. Paul Mann's just got to spread the court out for Tim and Scott. And look, there's the spread. There's the pick by Vixay.
Good job there by Lindstrom, though.
Oh, sounds like we've got an equipment in the backcourt. Scott's not going to want to call this till he gets across half court.
You think that's from him? From his chair?
It sounds like it's.
I did hear something like you, as did you. And that one's going to stay with Black.
Tire
is that
from Scott Severin?
And he did call the timeout. Yep.
Now, the reason you don't want to call equipment in the backcourt is you don't get a reset on the 12 seconds or the 40-second shot clock.
Okay.
And I think it might be yellow ball here. Nope, still black ball.
Still a black. They're going to change the tire there for Severin. Josh Arquette, Chris Hall alongside me here. It's Quad Rugby, sponsored by Highmark and the Pittsburgh Steelers 31st Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by Paralyzed Veterans of America and the Department of Veterans Affairs.
Chad's wife, like a NASCAR crew out there, changing Scott Severin's tire.
Speaking of it, we had Martin Truex Jr. With me a little bit earlier today. He was sponsoring, he was with the PVA and with Toyota at the Super G.
Look at Earl pick for Lindstrom. Joe's heading up the sideline. Another pick in the middle by Earl. He's going to get this across half court here, and it's going to be a race to the goal line. Nope.
Ooh. Nice
Scott
hit there.
Back up court
as a player
Lindstrom.
Forward, but Lindstrom doesn't pass. He goes all by his lonesome in for the goal. And yellow, I think this is the first lead I've seen them have all game long.
Yeah, Earl Richardson is a real strong picker, and without him out there, they're a little weaker. We got the double here on Severin, Joe and Lindstrom. Earl Richardson comes, or Lonnie Burnett comes and sets a pick for
and it's
Severin to
child's
break
play
free,
from here.
and he's done. Yeah,
easy school for Severin.
And you see how much Severin makes it look easier. He had Tim Jones out there with these three guys, and he wasn't doing much. Not that Tim's not a great player, but Severin is just dominant.
A long
Ball's
pass
up over top to Joe, and it's going to be too long. That's another ill-advised pass from Lindstrom.
That was a tough pass there for Lindstrom to make, especially down the floor like that.
Especially if the guy's not moving. You know, Joe's not that fast. He wasn't moving. He didn't call his name. He didn't do anything to help him out there with that one. We're trying to run another double here on Severin.
An official timeout.
Looks like we got a spilled water over here.
See where it is.
Looks like it's in the goal line there by our referee, Tim.
That's a high access area too. You don't want to have water down there.
Right. Got the inbound on the baseline here by Alonzo Burnett. Paul Mann pushing up the sideline. Big hit by Ryan Lindstrom. Passes over top to Scott Severin, and Scott Severin's gone.
Just such a strong upper body. You saw that, just two big pushes for him, and it was done.
He's a Paralympic shot put thrower. So look here, we got Tim Vixay in the backcourt with Michael here picking him up. Lindstrom's following Richardson up the court. He's just going to beat Vixay to the corner. And it's going to be a big hit here from Severin and Lindstrom.
Oh, and a big one.
And Lindstrom's just going to wait for his picks to set up, and he's going to score. He's got it across half court. He's got 40 seconds.
25 left on the shot clock here for Lindstrom to try and get something done here for yellow.
There's the pick by Michael off of Vixay. And Lindstrom's going to follow Earl around the corner. Sealed. Done.
There's a very, very nice job there by Earl Richardson setting him up.
Great
and
pick.
sealing Severin.
And these are two really even lines again here. We got 20. We're going point for point. Looks like he's having a little problem inbounding. Gets it into Paul Mann. Severin's doubled down low, but he's going to follow the picks around the outside. He's going to beat Earl Richardson down the sideline, and he's gone again.
The defense that was there for yellow in the first half, especially in that second quarter, really hasn't been here for them in this third quarter.
I think that has a lot to do with number 13 being on the bench.
Gabriel De Leon.
Yeah, Gabe. That has a lot to do with Gabe. Gabe's got a lot of experience, real smart player. Look at Vixay and Michael wrapped up down here. Doing the low pointer dance is what we like to call that. Severon wasting some time here.
Up by 1.
Paul Mann seals the outside corner. Ooh. And a penalty goal.
Oh, yeah, penalty goal.
That will give them a 2-goal lead here with 5:11 left in the third quarter.
Joe's inbounding the ball down low. Look at the whole yellow team is trapped right here on the baseline. Not smart. Up, Joe breaks out around the outside, sets a pick. Lindstrom's gone now.
Gillickson realized that really quickly that there was a big jumble of players right there in the box.
Needed to spread the court.
And he did that right there and sealed off that back edge, and that let Lindstrom get free. And they put it within
here.
1.
Lindstrom's up court, not looking in the back court. He's going to get beat. See how quickly that happens? You don't transition quickly enough.
A little stop and go for Severin there, and he's going to score. Something that impresses me with Scott is his ability to really change direction in a very small period of time and in really small spaces too.
That's a huge advantage for rugby players. You can change direction quickly. It helps out a lot. We got a double here on Joe. Joe's got no outlet pass with Lindstrom stuck on the baseline. They're having to call the timeout.
And yellow is going to call a timeout. 4:29 left to go here in the third quarter. Josh Raketic, Chris Hall right next to me. Quad Rugby sponsored by Highmark and the Pittsburgh Steelers here on xable.com. It's the 31st Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by Paralyzed Veterans of America and the Department of Veterans Affairs.
All right, yellow's got the inbound here on the
with
sideline.
yellow for possession.
They're doubling Lindstrom down low, and he's really trying to get Earl to get him out of there. But that's just bringing a third guy into the mix. So now they're telling Earl to spread the court, which is smart. Now they're using the other low pointer, Michael, to pick for Lindstrom. Joe needs to head up court and spread out. He's bringing all 3 of those guys down on Lindstrom.
Lindstrom trying to find some space.
Lindstrom beats Vixay around the corner, and he's gone.
That was very impressive there for Lindstrom.
Earl Richardson sets the pick on Lonnie Burnett. Big hit by Joe on Severin to seal it out on the outside, and we got a goal there.
And not really necessary, but you know, anytime you can kind of lay a little hurt on somebody.
Anytime you can break a chair, hurt Scott Severin, whatever you can do.
Especially when it's Scott Severin, too.
Severin's doubled down low with Joe. Gets that, works his way out of it by himself.
Nice.
He's got Lonnie Burnett high, but Lonnie Burnett's
Is he going to get it, though? I don't think he's going to be able to get there.
Done.
Oh, almost.
Lonnie's quick, but he's not that quick. And Lonnie's actually might get his 8 minutes here in this quarter. And then that means we can bring Tim Jones back in with Tim Vixay in that other line, and gives Black an advantage at the end of the quarter.
Yellow with possession. Lindstrom trying to tie this one up. Nice move
Earl
there.
sets a pick.
Oh, a little stop and go off of Severin, and he can't stop him. A little stop and go move is a very effective move if you use it correctly at the right time, too.
It's really hard for somebody to stop you one-on-one. When you've got the ball, you've got the advantage. You know where your direction of play is going. The other guy has to react to you. That's why we say on defense, we really want to make the guy to react to us. Lindstrom's going to chase down Paul Mann here real easily. Nice pass to Lonnie. Lonnie Burnett's going to go in uncontested.
I believe that's going to be his first goal of the afternoon for Burnett.
Look at Tim Vixay sealing Joe in here in the corner. He had the inbound there 40 seconds ago, and he was still down there.
Those two have been battling it this entire third quarter.
Earl Richardson.
It's never been anywhere near the ball either.
No, and that's the low pointer dance. That's what they do. They try and seal up guys away from the play. Earl Richardson gets the give and go to Joe here. Severin's long arms. Earl's setting a pick for Joe down the sideline. He's going to follow his pick, Michael, up the sideline. Long pass to Ryan Lindstrom. He's got it. Game.
That was a really, really nice job by Richardson. It wasn't much of a pick. It was just kind of like a chip block.
It was all he needs. You know, a couple of inches here and there is all these pickers need to give us, and we can get out.
It was almost like you see a tight end sometimes do right before he goes out to a pass. He'll take a little block.
We got 3 guys down here on Severin.
They have Burnett going forward.
Breaking off. Look at Vixay seal the outside. Look at that. Beautiful picks. Lonnie Burnett's going to seal out.
Nice hit.
Look, another pick by Vixay. 3 on 2, 3 on 1. There's nothing there. Nothing he can do.
Yeah, Lindstrom got punished a couple times there. One off of Burnett, and then again from Vixay.
Looks like Earl's trying to pick for Lindstrom down low again.
Ooh, they got a call on Scott.
Severin on the arm again. He's not going to be happy about that one. You can tell. He's not happy now.
It didn't seem like much there either. It kind of seemed like a ticky-tacky kind of call there.
How does Scott Severin feel about that one?
Not good. Not good. It seemed like a ticky-tacky kind of fall. Something you'd see in basketball with just like a small reach in.
A little tap on the back, you know, it's not going to hurt him. Yeah, you better hit him hard next time. Ball's into Lindstrom. It's 3 on 4. Richardson's up the court. They're not even going to try and chase him down. So Lindstrom's going to try and waste some time here. Looks like we got a sub, number 11, in for
Todd
Black.
And we're used to seeing Todd in near the box with us, but
yeah, Todd's been over here 4 times with us. It's weird to see Scott, but Tim is setting up the pick for Scott up here, so he doesn't get picked up out of the penalty box.
and nobody kind of looked for Scott. If you would have been able to kind of just sneak his way on there, and a turnover there.
We got a turnover off the inbound. Todd tried to get it into Scott. Miscommunication there on the inbound, and Scott dropped the ball.
Now, what about a long pass in that situation with somebody coming out of the box, kind of just creeping away out, and Scott just going right around
if you have an inbounder that can make that pass and make it well, then it's a smart thing to do. Especially if you can sneak one of your high pointers down there. You've got Scott Severin up here, bump the ball to him. Smart play. But you know, a lot of these teams that don't play, these guys don't play together all the time, so they don't know that thing. Ball's into Lindstrom. Looks like he's going to take his time, let his pick set up. He's got Mike picking in the middle for him. Looks like
nice little turn
Jose's going to come on the backside of Lonnie, try and get that back corner.
Yeah, Jose Ortiz. He didn't get that back
over
corner,
here wrapped up with Vixay again. Oh, and right up the middle between Todd and Scott. That's a tough push right there between those guys.
Scott and Todd Kemery, yes, you're exactly right. Lindstrom just muscled his way in there, and another lead here for Yellow. 27-26, 2:04 left to go in this third quarter. Scott Severin with it.
Coming up down the sideline. He's got a pick from Todd here. Here's Alonzo Burnett setting a pick for him too. Scott's got it across half court. Ooh, little scrape by Lindstrom's not enough. He's got to set the big hit.
And he's going to get a goal here on that one, and even with the score at 27. We have yet to see Gabriel Diaz de Leon back here in this half.
There's a good pass from Joe to Lindstrom. Ball's off of Severin. It's going to be Yellow ball here on the sideline.
It's going to come out here towards us. It will stay with Yellow.
We got subs. Looks like Tim Jones and Rob are coming back in.
Robert Schooler back into the game here. Going to take out
Tim Vixay and
Kemery.
Todd Kemery.
At first, it was going out to be Burnett, but they had Burnett stay in the game here. I think they're going to let him. I think they're going to let him get this last 141 and give him his complete 8 minutes.
Here comes Lindstrom. You got to spread it out. They've got 3 on him. Yeah, Joe's got to get across half court here. He's got 2 on 1 here.
3 on 2 now. Nice job.
Push out of that, Lindstrom. Come on, baby.
And that one will go out of bounds. Oh, it'll go black.
You can tell Lindstrom's getting tired here. He's getting picked by weaker and weaker players here.
Is that kind of an opportunity for him to kind of catch a rest there? I mean, it was a 3 on 2 going forward.
It is. He should have been able to count on Joe to get those 2 pickers to seal for him. Lindstrom comes down at Severin again.
He missed the hit there.
No good. Can't come at him. You got to take the angle. He's too quick, too smart.
Severin's going to score 28-27, 106 left to go.
There's one
mistake. Third quarter.
There's one mistake right there that can be the one.
That's another one of those 2-goal swings there where Yellow made a turnover when it was all tied up.
Meter violation on Lonnie Burnett down there. You got to give the inbounder room to get on the court.
So he's going to come join us over here. Now, will this count while he's off the floor with a penalty to his 8 minutes?
Yes, he is technically in the game, so it counts towards his 8 minutes.
It will be Gillickson inbounding.
We've got another 3 on 4 here for Yellow, and Yellow should score easily here. Hopefully nobody gets baited into a penalty goal to keep Burnett.
Oh, nice split. A wonderful split there in between Severn and Jones. And Lindstrom will get the tally. Lindstrom has the majority of scores here for yellow, with the exception of Stephen Baxter, who came in and really scored 4 or 5 goals.
The hometown hero here, Stephen Baxter. That's mainly because Lindstrom is the #1 gun here. He's following his picks and letting his low pointer set up for him.
And for just
something that the red team is missing, pickers.
For just as many goals as Lindstrom has, Severn has for the black team as they retake the lead 29-28.
And that's really the way it usually is. You know, we get one strong guy, we find a bunch of pickers to lead the way for him, and we let them do their work. Here goes Joe up the sideline. Nice pick by Lindstrom, even though he was getting picked by Severn. Joe needs to get it across. Nice long pass in front to Lindstrom. He's going to scoop it up, taking a big hit from Jones.
He has Gillickson there. Nice
and comes around the outside. And Gillickson is a hometown man himself, a man of Pittsburgh.
It was great teamwork there by Lindstrom. Baited the 2 and had Gillickson streaking down for the goal.
Here comes Jones into Severn. He's going to follow Jones somewhat up the sideline. Gets picked up by a low pointer. Then Jones breaks out for a long pass to Tim Jones.
We'll see how smart he is, and he is very smart. Look at that. Going to wait and let all that time run down.
And let's hope Yellow doesn't make a dumb play here. Try and make a real long pass and get a turnover. They should just get it in, let somebody hold it, and wait till the 4th quarter.
And that is what they are going to do. 30-29 at the end of 3. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the final quarter of action here. It's Quad Rugby, sponsored by Highmark and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back on xable.com, right here at the 31st Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games.